Hello there, I thought I'd have a little quick catch up with you guys. So welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching so far. If you are somebody who's been watching a few of my videos, then I say thank you for doing that and welcome back. If you are a new watcher, a new viewer, then hello and thank you for stopping by. My videos literally are quite random, so I call my channel Randoms, Ruthie Randoms, because they are random. I am random. I will literally talk about so many different things, most of which are probably boring to some people, but hopefully not too boring. What can I talk about tonight? Well, a few things. I could just hear a car revving up outside. Yeah, so I always talk about hair, so one of the things I wanted to say to anyone who might be interested, which might be a very minuscule number of people, that I am growing my fringe out, and I have said that so many times over the last 3 years, especially the last 2 years, 2017, 2018, and I've done that many videos where I've said I'm growing my fringe out, and I keep cutting it. Like, I cut it again like a couple of weeks ago, and just can't seem to stop cutting my fringe. At least I'm not doing too bad at not, you know, I've managed to resist cutting off the length. Like, I cut now and again I cut a little bit off the bottom, but that's just to keep it fresh and keep it growing and stop the dead ends, like the split ends and that, from coming through, really. And just because I find little pokey bits sticking out, I like to cut them off. And so yeah, I just think that been saying so many times, like, I'm gonna grow my fringe out, and then the next thing I know, I'm like cutting it again, and like I said, that's been done again, like recently, where I've gone, oh, I want to cut my fringe, and I've been like so indecisive, and I think that's a reflection of where I'm at in life in general, like just feeling sometimes a little bit directionless, like feeling a little bit like I don't, like, I have goals and ideas and I know where I'm heading, I know where I want to be heading, but then I doubt myself a lot, and so many things haven't worked out career wise in the past, that I think it's held me back a little bit. Like, confidence has held me back, like made me think, oh, I know what I want to do, but I can't do it. I know where I want to be in life, but it can't happen, etc. And I just think, like, as a qualified coach, like, I'm qualified in life coaching and business coaching, and I did those qualifications and those courses and learnt so much, and I think it's amazing when you really get into studying coaching. It's so fascinating, it's psychology, it's just so interesting and so helpful in your general life, like general life goals, and looking at where you've been and why you are a certain way. But also, that's more counselling, like understanding why you are the way you are, but coaching is more like trying to move forward and with your goals, and establishing what your goals are and all of that stuff. And because I've studied that quite in depth, actually, like my postgraduate course was pretty in depth with that stuff. I feel a bit embarrassed, if I'm honest, a bit of a hypocrite, if I'm honest. I feel like I've studied this stuff and yet I can't seem to kind of sort myself out. I can't seem to sort my own life out. Like, I'm still not totally where I want to be, and there's still some ongoing goals that I think haven't been achieved yet and don't, in the immediate sense, seem that achievable. And may not ever be. I'm sure they will be, but and this is what I'm battling with. It's like, yeah, I'm qualified to help other people establish what their goals are and to achieve them, and to work towards them and find the motivation to keep going and the positivity and motivation to keep up those goals and to really establish whether they are the right goals in the first place. And with myself, it's so much harder on yourself. It really is. It's like, it's like a doctor being ill. A doctor an ill doctor is probably one of the worst patients. They do say doctors make the worst patients because they have so much knowledge. They have so much knowledge that they start to diagnose themselves and start to see what the problems are, and it can be harder than somebody who isn't, who doesn't have that knowledge and depth of knowledge. And it's kind of like that. It's kind of like I feel like this hypocrite, and I think that's what's held me back a little bit. So there's loads I can say, but if I'm honest, I feel a bit held back with saying some stuff I want to say on my videos, because I just feel like people are going to come along and go, oh, blah, 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 and blah-de-da-de-da. And I don't want people to say blah-de-da-de-da. And I guess people are entitled to their opinions, absolutely. Of course they are. And I want people to comment, and I want people to say blah-de-blah-de-blah. But then when they do say blah-de-blah-de-blah, I'm like, blah-de-blah-de-blah. But yeah, it's kind of tricky, really, because I do have some goals that haven't quite been realised yet, and then I question those goals and think maybe they're the wrong goals in the first place, or maybe they're not. Maybe I should just give up on them. And I think it's so much harder coaching yourself, and so much harder with the knowledge and the techniques that I could use on other people, not on other people, with other people. On other people sounds like you're not including them in the journey, in the scenario, which you should and you are doing. But it's so much harder with yourself because you're more self-critical. You can be more critical towards yourself than you are, or than what I would be towards other people. With other people, I can be very understanding and encouraging and all of that stuff, whereas when it comes to myself, I can be self-critical and go, well, it's my own fault that those things haven't happened, or I've be quite down on myself or quite negative about where things are going for me. Whereas with other people, I can be so much more like positive for other people, if that makes sense. So it is harder with yourself, and I need to work on that. And I am doing a lot better. Like, I'm in a much better place than I was like 2 years ago. Much better, absolutely, a much better place than I was in 2 years ago. And I had these setbacks, like things happen in my life that just absolutely had to take priority and had to take some energy and effort from myself to self-heal and move past those things, and that can take time. And I just think things happen. I mean, even in coaching, when you study these things, it's like you haven't got this client with this life that's just everything's planned and everything's scheduled in, and nothing happens outside the schedule. Nothing ever happens outside the ordinary, or unexpected things happen. No, that's not life. Real life is like, yes, we establish these goals and we have these ideas about where our lives are going and where we want our lives to go, and then something can completely throw you. And it can be anything, and lots of things happen in life. It can be anything, a bereavement, or an illness. So many things can throw you off course, and I think we need to allow time. I need to allow time for that in my life with me, and not be so cross with myself, not be so down on myself, maybe for whatever things maybe I have been. I wasn't planning on saying this evening, and partly why I do call my channel randoms is because I literally can like talk about so many different things and jump from different things, and like it's not always planned, it's not always scheduled. Like I've just said about life, it's not always scheduled, it's not always like I'm going to plan this and plan that and that's going to happen at this point and something else is going to happen at that point, and it's life just isn't like that. And if it is, well then great for you, but it's rarely that way for most people. So yeah, drop us a comment if you can relate to anything that I've said. Drop us a line and it would be nice to hear from you. By the way, I've had a nice evening tonight, gone out with a friend, and just a couple of hours of a chat and a catch up and a drink, and the pub that's quite close to where I live, and it's yeah, it's been quite nice, it's been nice. So I've had a nice evening and it's not that late, but I'm tired because I think I drive for my job, as you know. I don't drive as a job, I just drive to get to work, and it's tiring. So my weekends are quite important and I can get tired quite easily even at the weekends. So yeah, over and out. I think that's it for now, and I wasn't really planning on this video really. It's just I thought, why not do a catch-up video. I don't know if anything I've said has triggered anything for anyone out there or has made sense to you, or something you want to comment on, and if you do, that'd be great. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'd be happy to see you again. And yeah, it'd be nice to hear from you as well. So yeah, I think that's it for now, so take care and bye for now.